Okay, in today's review, I'm going to be reviewing this 3x3, the MF3 3x3. As you can see, it's the MF3 3x3. Comes in this somewhat fancy box. It's not too terribly fancy, but yeah. And it comes with this solution booklet, which is like a surprisingly awesome solution booklet. Once I unfold it all, and I will show you what this solution booklet is. As you can see, right here, on this side, it just shows you your basic beginner solution right around here, and also shows you some of the Moyu brands and the Moyu sub brands, and also some other stuff like world records and some other stuff. And then once you look at this right here, it says CFOP, and then goes over and then flips over. So basically, this is like a full solution guide booklet to full CFOP. Most VTubers don't even really need this, because either they don't use CFOP, or they know full CFOP, or they have other sources to get their algorithms and stuff. Now on to this cube. This cube is pretty light, almost as light, just a tiny bit heavier than a Guanlong. Which, this is the Guanlong Plus. That's what they're calling it. Turning wise, phenomenal. Corner cutting, phenomenal. Solving wise of this puzzle, when solving it, this feels like it's very light and airy and dry. But even when I lubed it, it still had that issue. And even when I first got it out of the box, it still felt dry. But lube is kind of but this feels very light and airy. And it sort of feels, when turning it, it feels like a cheap cube where it's super light. But this isn't one of those super, it's a cheap cube, but it's not one of those cheap crap cubes that you find at a toy store. Now, I'm going to show you the mechanism, and I bought like 22 of these. Most of them was made into my Nightmare Bandage cube, which I don't have one right here. Actually, technically I do, but it's this one, which was the first one that I've ever made. And it's made from one of these cheap generic, one of those super cheap generic keychain cubes, and I re-stickered it and stuff like that. Yeah. But anyway, a lot of these cubes has some issues with the plastic, like some manufacturer defects. Like, for say example, this one. This was a really common one, but when solving it and using this puzzle, this wasn't like a big issue with the turning and stuff. And also the edges look like this, and the corners are the basic corners from the Guanlong, Shulong, whatever. Yeah. And the core looks like your typical Moyu YJ core. Which is the typical old style Moyu core. Not the new style core that's found in the Gugong, the Yan 3 and stuff like that. These screws, when you first get this, I've noticed it on most of the MF3 3x3 that I bought, is that when you loosen up the screw from the factory setting, it's like almost impossible to turn. Yeah, and also some of these caps on a lot of my MF3 3x3s have some slight plastic manufacturing errors, if I can find one. Sort of like this one right here. Yeah, but that's like nothing. And also the center caps are kind of really tight on there, so it takes some pressure to take it off, versus like a Guanlong where it's just easy to take off. Yeah, but overall, I highly recommend this tube. This tube, I highly recommend more over the Guanlong. And now, although this tube is like one of those really cheap budget tubes, some stores sell it a little bit more expensive than the Guanlong, but not by much. It's like for say, if you would go to like Cube ZZ and you buy Guanlong in this is only like a few cents expensive. Few cents more expensive than the Guanlong. But really, that's like nothing. Yeah. But overall, I highly recommend this puzzle. Tensioning can be a bit tricky because I've been managed to get it to a setting where it was like, it was not too loose, but it made reverse corner cutting be like a really super easy. But then when I pulled it apart like this, it looked really loose, and plus corner twist was like so easy to do. Yeah, but I found this tension set point right here to be really good. Yeah, no pop, no corner cutting whatsoever that I've had on this puzzle. So, I highly recommend this puzzle. This puzzle, if you get it right out of the box, is kind of stiff, but you need to adjust the tension and lube it in order for it to be better. But if you're getting a puzzle as like a 3x3, as for like what I did with modding project, or if you would just get a bunch of them for like a cube mosaic, or for educational purposes, like to teach other people how to solve a Rubik's Cube, or something like that, this is a really good cheap cube to get. And also same as the Guanlong, but the Guanlong also offers it in this stickerless format, when this only offers in black or white plastic. But anyway, this is a really good cube for those type of projects and situations. But anyway, that's my review of the MF3 3x3 from Moyu.